This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by, I'd say, one of the most liked people in boxing.
Hi.
Lee, all right, mate?
Good, thank you.
I like the way you've got, where's that, a cup of tea?
Yeah, they're getting used to me here. I don't do anything without a cover.
And you got your gloves on as well, so you're ready to train and drink tea.
I know it.
Right, so, yes, confirm that you'll be fighting Neely Hughes, Feb 11th on the MTK show, you'll call. So, yeah, it's just that slogan, no easy fights, should be acquired by you.
That's my motto, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
How much of Nina have you seen, Bec?
I knew of her before. Like, she's classic good Team GB girl, isn't she? Like, she's class. Everyone speaks really highly of her as well. But I'm quite lucky at the moment. My coach Dan, he's pretty old school like I am, and I don't like to look at people at all. I'm just like, you study, you tell me what I need to do, I just crack on and do it. So 2 arms, 1 head, isn't it? It's the same as always.
Absolutely. If you apply that rule to everyone, yeah, it is correct. I know we do always kind of talk about this, but I do just want to reel off in your last 11 fights. I know you might get bored of hearing names that you fought, etc., over the last sort of 2 or 3 years.
I feel it kind of defends my record when it's against world class, like, because I know I'm so much better than my record.
So in the last 11 fights, I'm just going to pick some of the names out in your last 11 fights, yeah? Harper, Jonas, Rachel Ball, Ellie Scottney, Carly Skelly, Ramla Ali, Ebanie Bridges. I mean,
it's a good little CV, isn't it?
It's a very good CV at all, as well. But yeah, but how are you feeling ahead of Feb 11th? Do you think you can upset the apple cart this time?
Yeah, as always, I'm going in to win. Never not do that. Most people forget as well. Like, you're only human. Like, as much as I'll never ever use my life story or anything as a victim and try and make excuses for losses, we are human. And when you've got stuff going on outside of the ring, it does affect your performance each and every time. This time I've got. I've had a 6-week camp, so the first week back doesn't really count, so it's full of Christmas. It wasn't really camp life the first week back, but this week's been tough. I'm getting out of bed in the morning going, ooh, everything hurts, I'm back in camp. So, yeah, and it's your call as well. I fought there once. My second fight, fought Christine Shergold there, and it was kind of like a massive thing to tick your call off the bucket list. So I can't wait to go back now with a little bit more experience. And obviously I get on really well with Lee, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone as well.
Absolutely. I don't know if this is a silly question or not, but you know, when people, like, they talk about you, they kind of, it's almost like, and I think we've spoken about this before, they kind of, where they use you as a benchmark to, you know, these kind of, some of these fighters up and coming, but some of them are like established world champions in that list.
Yeah.
But they kind of say, if you know, they look at how they perform against you to see whether their career will go anywhere. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'd say that's completely fair. As females go, I am the last of the old guard, and I am the gatekeeper to the top ranks in the pros. So they do have to. I feel like I've earned that respect and I've earned that place, and that people should have to go through me. I've got a good 3 years left fighting. We were talking about it the other day, actually, like Shannon Courtenay, like she went straight in and didn't do the route all the other girls did. So we're sort of saying now, well, if she wants to earn her belts back, maybe she should go back through the way you're meant to go through, Bec Connelly.
Is that anyone around your weight, or either side of your weight probably as well? You feel like, yeah, but it has kind of been like that, because when you kind of listen to them names that always get mentioned alongside your name, a lot of the top women have had to go through you.
Yeah, I mean, the last fight was a real shame, because the one I just took in Rome against Chechi, I want to say, that's no insult to her, I just can't think.
What's wrong with that? That's
it was a shame because I took it on a day's notice in the end, but I did have the original offer was 4 weeks before, but life circumstances just I was in no fit state to be accepting a fight. But actually on the night I did the 8 rounds and it was a fair competitive 8 rounds off the back of 1 day camp. That is a fight I feel I could have won hands down. So yeah, going into 2022, I don't want to screw my own chances up really. And there's some fights that I'd really, really like. I don't know how it would ever come about is the only thing, because Miley's Gangler, I think she's wicked. Like, I've got so much time for that girl. But again, I don't know. It's probably not a fight that can ever get made, but I think that would be dead entertaining. Shannon Courtenay, as I say, is a fight I definitely want. But yeah, we're open. There's a lot of girls turning over now, isn't there? So hopefully.
Yeah, there's more and more. I mean, this is only nearly Hughes' second fight as a professional. So, but there are more and more girls turning over.
Sorry, you broke up on that last bit.
I said, well, this is only nearly Hughes' second fight as a professional, and we're seeing more and more girls just regularly kind of turning over girls.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really see. This is the other thing. I like to speak to the actual boxing fans, because sometimes people think, oh, it was only that girl's second fight, and then I think, no, you look at her CV. Like, her CV is like massively extensive, and the Team GB girls do have that pedigree and that experience that you just don't get in backyard gyms like I've been in. Like, but yeah, it's just an opportunity, I think, and it's about enjoying it. And as I say, most of the people in boxing are brilliant and they want to fight everyone, and the girls seem to be more open to fighting everyone than sometimes the men are. So I hope that stays like that as the next lot keep coming through, because it'd be a shame to lose that, really.
Do you know what? You make a good point about that, because I talk to some people sometimes, and I'm referring to the amount of fights they've had as a professional. But then you're right, someone like Neely Hughes, who's like kind of extensive amateur career, kind of has to come into play, you know, rather than just her saying, oh, she's only had 1 fight, because that's really kind of downplaying Neely Hughes. But I did it with Philip Hergovich the other day. I said, you know, you've had 11 fights. I meant as a professional, and he's kind of come back and said, no, I've had like 150 fights. And I'm like, okay, so I need to be more clearer as a professional. In the professional.
Well, at one point, I think the amateurs were the pros, weren't they? In the seriousness in boxing. So, yeah, some of them come with like, scary CVs from the amateurs.
So you're back at, like I said, on the MTK show, Feb 11th at York Hall. Map out a perfect 2022 for Bec Connelly. Tell me what a perfect 2022 would be.
First off, a win at York Hall would be a great start to that. And then, like I said, I want to stay on the big shows. I like doing the big shows. I don't really want to go back to, even if the crowds come back, the small ball boxing. So I'm willing to take any fights at all. But yeah, like I say, those 2 fights, especially the Shannon Courtenay one, I really love. And I think it would do her good as well, because if she comes through me like everyone else has had to, it'll endear her to the British public again.
I was just, Eddie Hearn mentioned yesterday that another one of your former opponents in Ebanie could be landing a world title shot on the Warrington Martinez card in Leeds. So that's interesting.
Oh, is that Ebanie, is it?
Yeah, Ebanie Bridges, yeah. He mentioned it yesterday. So he was a little bit coy around it, but did mention what I've just said to you. So
yeah, I really rate the girl. I really like her. As I say, like, I make no excuses. She won fair and square, but I wasn't myself during that camp, and some stuff out of the ring was happening that massively impacted that performance. Everyone said it was the weight, but I do feel that is a good weight for me. I didn't think it was that. But yeah, good luck to her. She's done well, hasn't she? She like built herself up a little, like, massive following, and isn't shy to help people. So yeah, fair play.
She's done it all herself of her own back, really. Yeah. Social media, and she's.
You know what you can knock about that. She's friendly. She's nice. She's like maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but who cares? No one is. Like,
people
you don't
just
even like everything about yourself.
People just love to have a moan, don't they? They just like
it's a British pastime.
Isn't it? It's good, isn't it? You know, I think she's really kind of. I think the British fans have really taken to her.
Yeah.
And like I said, she's built up that following herself. So fair play to her.
Oh, completely self-made, and taking everything on the chin as well, because it's not easy. Like, I'm of the same mindset. I don't care what people say deep down and everything else, but there's that little second when you read something really negative about yourself, you're like, oh, that's really mean. Why are you being so mean?
Do you ignore it or do you give it back to them?
Oh, I completely ignore it. I've said a couple of little things lately because people have been trying to hack my accounts and stuff, and it's got a bit stalkerish. So I'm like, oh, this is a little bit weird. Like, I don't know what you think I'm hiding, like the defense codes or something. I can tell you, it's like absolute dribble. I'm talking about making myself a cuppa. It's silly.
There are some very strange people, especially on social media, as we all know.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, listen, we'll catch up fight week, which is in a roughly 4 weeks' time.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, just to catch up ahead of that. So, yeah, if you're not at York Hall, I'm sure York Hall will be absolutely banged out, as it always is, with the MTK shows. You can watch it on ESPN Plus if you're in America, or IFL TV if you're anywhere else in the world. Bec, have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
No, it's all good. Can't wait to see everyone. Looking forward to the crowd being back, and yeah, on good London soil. So it'll be good fun.
Bec Connelly, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you fight week ahead of Feb 11.
Thanks, KUGAN.
Thank you. Catch up soon.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.